A single peacock feather can sell for more than a designer tie. At first glance, that sounds surprising. After all, it's just a feather, something grown naturally by a bird. But in the world of luxury fashion, that feather can represent rarity, craftsmanship, and status. Picture this contrast. On one side, a peacock stands in sunlight, slowly spreading its tail. Each feather catches the light, flashing shades of blue, green, and gold. On the other side, a fashion runway in New York or Paris. Models walk under bright lights, wearing garments that cost thousands of dollars. Some finish with those very same feathers. So how does something that begins in nature end up as a symbol of high-end design? The answer lies in a careful journey from natural growth and ethical collection to detailed selection, preservation, and skilled craftsmanship. Not every feather makes the cut. Only those with the right shape, color balance, and visual symmetry are chosen. What looks effortless on the runway is actually the result of time, patience, and strict quality standards. This story isn't just about fashion. It's about how humans transform natural materials into luxury, how value is created, and why certain objects carry meaning far beyond their original form. Peacock feathers are among the most visually striking materials found in nature. Known for their vibrant colors and eye-shaped patterns, these feathers come from male peafowl and are grown naturally as part of the bird's yearly cycle. For centuries, people across different cultures have admired peacock feathers as symbols of beauty, pride, and craftsmanship. They have appeared in ceremonial clothing, interior decoration, art, and performance costumes long before modern fashion houses existed. When people hear the phrase peacock feather factory, it can create the wrong image. This is not an industrial operation that harvests feathers from birds. In reality, it refers to a controlled processing and craft industry. Feathers are collected after peacocks naturally shed them, usually once a year. Skilled workers then clean, sort, and prepare the feathers by hand. The focus is on preservation, quality, and safety, not mass production. This careful process is important because peacock feathers are delicate. Their shimmering colors do not come from paint or dye, but from microscopic structures that reflect light. Without proper handling, that natural effect can easily be damaged or lost. That is why experienced processing and strict quality control are essential. This topic matters today more than ever. In the United States, consumers are paying closer attention to where luxury materials come from and how they are sourced. Fashion brands face growing pressure to prove that their products meet ethical and environmental standards. At the same time, there is renewed interest in natural materials that offer uniqueness and durability compared to synthetic alternatives. Peacock feathers sit at the center of this conversation. They represent a blend of tradition, nature, and modern values, showing how luxury can evolve to meet today's expectations for responsibility and transparency. The journey of a peacock feather begins with nature itself. Each year, peacocks grow a full set of display feathers as part of their natural life cycle. After the mating season ends, those feathers are shed through a process called molting. New feathers slowly grow back, replacing the old ones without harming the bird. Ethical sourcing starts at this stage. Rather than removing feathers from live animals, collectors gather feathers from the ground after molting occurs. This approach protects animal welfare and aligns with modern standards for responsible material sourcing. Once collected, the feathers move into sorting and grading. Skilled workers examine each one by hand. Size matters, but so does visual balance. Feathers are graded based on color intensity, clarity of the eye pattern, and overall symmetry. Any signs of damage, fading, or irregular shape lower the grade or remove the feather from luxury use. Next comes cleaning and sanitation. Feathers are gently washed using non-toxic solutions to remove dust and natural oils. They are carefully dried to prevent warping or breakage. Pest control measures are also applied to meet international export rules and U.S. import safety standards, ensuring the feathers are clean and stable for long-term use. Preservation is a critical step. Proper storage protects the feathers. Natural shine and flexibility. Controlled temperature and humidity help prevent brittleness, color loss, or structural weakness over time. After preservation, feathers enter manufacturing and customization. Some are trimmed or shaped for specific designs. Others may be lightly dyed, though many designers prefer natural colors. Feathers are then assembled into garments, accessories, or decorative pieces. Finally, the finished materials move through the distribution chain from small workshops to luxury fashion houses, costume designers, and specialty retailers, completing the journey from nature to refined craftsmanship. Here's a polished, monetization-safe documentary voiceover script based only on your outline, expanded for clarity and flow, and suitable for a U.S. audience. Fully grown peacock sheds hundreds of feathers every year, but only a small fraction ever qualify as luxury grade. Most feathers are damaged, uneven, or lack the visual symmetry prized by collectors and designers. The finest examples must be naturally shed, structurally intact, and visually balanced, making high-quality feathers far rarer than their abundance suggests. What truly sets peacock feathers apart is their color. The brilliant blues and greens aren't created by pigment, but by microscopic crystal-like structures that bend and reflect light. This phenomenon, known as structural iridescence, causes the color to shift as the viewing angle changes. Because this effect depends on precise natural architecture, it has proven extremely difficult to replicate synthetically, even with modern manufacturing. While often associated with fashion, peacock feathers serve a much wider range of uses. They appear in theatrical costumes, luxury interior design, ceremonial regalia, and high-end artisan crafts. In these spaces, the feather isn't just decoration, it's a visual focal point that conveys drama, prestige, and craftsmanship. Synthetic alternatives offer lower cost and greater durability, but they fall short in visual depth. Artificial feathers rely on surface dyes that fade over time and lack the layered shimmer of natural iridescence. Environmentally, synthetics introduce plastics and chemical waste, while ethically sourced natural feathers collected after molting require no harm to the animal. Despite mass-market fashion trends favoring scalability and speed, peacock feathers remain a niche luxury. Their value lies in scarcity, natural complexity, and the impossibility of true imitation. In a world of replication, their appeal is rooted in authenticity, something nature still does best. Quality control and sustainability sit at the center of today's feather industry, especially as consumer awareness continues to grow. At the foundation is animal welfare. Responsible producers follow strict standards to ensure that birds are not harmed during feather collection. Feathers are typically gathered as a byproduct of the poultry industry or collected naturally during molting. Regular audits, third-party certifications, and on-site monitoring help verify humane practices, reinforcing accountability throughout the supply chain. Equally important is compliance with international wildlife and trade regulations. For U.S. imports, this includes adherence to laws such as the Migratory Bird Treaty Act and the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, known as CITES. These frameworks prevent illegal harvesting and protect vulnerable species, while customs inspections and documentation requirements help ensure traceability from origin to market. Sustainability also means reducing waste. In modern processing facilities, feathers that don't meet premium fashion standards are rarely discarded. Instead, lower-grade feathers are repurposed into crafts, decorative items, insulation, or agricultural products. This circular approach minimizes landfill use and extracts maximum value from each collection cycle. Beyond materials, the industry has a human dimension. Feather collection and processing provide income for rural communities, particularly in regions where agricultural employment options are limited. When managed responsibly, these activities support local economies, create skilled jobs, and encourage investment in safer, cleaner processing methods. Still, challenges remain. Fashion trends can drive sudden spikes in demand, placing pressure on supply chains to scale quickly. Balancing that demand with ethical treatment, environmental stewardship, and regulatory compliance requires constant oversight and innovation. As the industry evolves, quality control and sustainability are no longer optional, they are essential. The future of feathers depends on aligning creativity with responsibility, ensuring that style never comes at the expense of animals, people, or the planet. In the end, peacock feathers offer a powerful reminder that luxury does not always have to come from depletion or destruction. Unlike many high-end materials that rely on intensive extraction, peacock feathers emerge from natural biological cycles.
They are renewed season after season, symbolizing a form of beauty that exists because nature allows it, not because it is forced. This rare balance is what makes them stand apart. In the world of luxury design, the broader meaning reaches far beyond feathers themselves. Across the fashion industry, designers, brands, and consumers are reevaluating traditional materials through a modern sustainability lens. What was once valued purely for appearance is now judged by its origin, its impact, and its story. Heritage materials are being reassessed, not discarded, as innovation meets responsibility. In this shift, sustainability is no longer a constraint on creativity, it's a catalyst for it. Looking ahead, the future of luxury is being shaped by transparency and choice. Supply chains are becoming more visible, certifications more rigorous, and conversations more honest. Alongside this, alternative materials, lab-grown, recycled, and bio-based, are expanding the definition of what luxury can be. Yet natural materials like peacock feathers continue to hold a place, precisely because they demonstrate how tradition and ethics can coexist. Ultimately, the next generation of luxury design will be guided as much by informed consumers as by visionary creators. Every purchase becomes a quiet vote for the kind of world fashion supports. In that context, peacock feathers are more than ornamentation. They represent a possibility that elegance, sustainability, and respect for nature can move forward together without losing their sense of wonder.